everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I thought for this video, I think this time of year, we've just finished, we're saying goodbye to 2022, we're going into the new year now, and it's a time for reflection, a time for luxury reflection. So my next video I'm going to film, I'll probably get the same jump on like 3 videos in a row, but I'm on a roll. I've got a little bit of time, not much, but like an hour or two, so I'm like getting as much in as I can. I'm going to share with you probably my top 10 purchases of 2022, you know, what's been the favourite items that I've bought. So it's a reflection on that, and it's a reflection on what would I like. So for 2023, what luxury purchases do I want to make? What's on my wish list? I've made a list on my phone. It's a very long list, but I've categorised it. So I've got almost like all in la la land, what do I want? And actually in reality, what might I save up for and treat myself to? So we have, like, I've got an aspirational list and I have a realistic list. And that's not to say that I'll be buying everything even on the realistic list. I probably won't be. For me, I think now, I've spoken before about the type of luxury YouTuber I am. I absolutely love luxury items. I do not have the income to buy all of the ones that I would like. That's my reality. I'm very lucky and very privileged to be able to afford what I can, but it's not easy for me. Sorry, this bit of hair is annoying me. It's probably distracting too, sorry. So that's where I am. So I think for 2023, I will be buying less. I think anyway, during COVID, I was probably a little bit not out of control, but I was certainly buying more than I would ordinarily. And now that, you know, life is somewhat back to normal. Sorry, I'm looking down here because I also have a cup of tea in my new mug, which I absolutely love. No regrets there. To be fair, I hardly ever regret buying anything. It's normally I just regret not having money to buy the things that I want. That's normally my only luxury regrets, is not buying. So, great mug. So I think I'll be buying a lot less in 2023. Certainly anything I buy is going to be quite considered. I've just thought some other stuff to go on the list. How bad's that? But not big things. I think that's it. So what I have got in on the realistic list is smaller items. Still luxury, but smaller items. Certainly a lot less bags. I mean, there's obviously still, I'm a bag lover, so there's never not going to be bags. There's never not going to be bags that I really want. There's probably bags that I really want that haven't been made yet, that I don't know about yet. So, you know, things may change throughout the year. We are only the 2nd of January. But there certainly is going to be less bags, particularly on the Hermes side. You know, I'm very lucky. I have 10 Hermes bags. I've done a recount now. I have a total of 27 handbags in my collection. I think I have a very good balanced collection in terms of sizes, styles, colours, functionality. So I'm happy with my collection. I'll put a link at the end to my collection video. I mean, obviously it's changed tiny bit since I filmed, but it's not a lot. It's almost all the same. Almost. I have actually sold some. So let's just launch straight into it, shall we? I'm going to launch straight in with the Aspirational. Birkin 25. There we go. Ideally, like gold on gold would be lovely. Yeah, absolutely would love a Birkin 25. I also would love another Birkin 35, but in Togo. And I know they can get heavy, but I've used my Epsom Rouge Cassac one so much, and I love that whole big slouchy look. So I mean, like a Birkin 35 in like trench or Gris Tourterelle or something like that would be fabulous. But anyway, complete, not going to happen. Aspirational. Aspirational, which I might do to realistic at the expense of other things, would be the Kelly dance. Now, I know this isn't everybody's cup of tea. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think it's more of a Marmite bag. I love it. When I picture it in gold or a taupe or something like that. Don't know why. But I would love it also in something like bamboo or cactus, you know, to fill that green. I have a bright green gap in my handbag collection. I imagine quite a few people do, but I actually want to fill mine. So yeah, so that would be lovely. A mini Kelly, let's throw it out there. This is aspirational, not going to happen. A mini Kelly, absolutely would love a mini Kelly. No idea what colour even, because it's so not going to happen. I don't even need to think about the colour. Louis Vuitton side trunk. Now, I don't need any more Louis Vuitton bags, which is, you know, whilst the price is more realistic than, you know, for example, Birkins and Kellys, I don't need any more Louis Vuitton bags, so it's on the aspirational. A Louis Vuitton Horizon suitcase in the size 55. I would like it in monogram with the black leather trim. Again, I don't need a Louis Vuitton suitcase. I hardly go anywhere, and it's weird. I have a love-hate relationship with the idea of the suitcase. I love it. Emma Anders has one. I love hers. She's got hers in the graphite. I love it. I've wanted it for I've had my eye on it for years, ever since they redesigned it and made it lighter, and the way that the handle goes around the outside, so you haven't got on the inside you haven't got the handle like strut bits breaking the case up into 3 sections. You can use to hold the middle of the case. Now that for me is such a big selling point, and it's beautiful. So I've wanted one for ages, and I haven't bought one because I'm like, it's a suitcase. You don't need a designer suitcase. So I've got like the good Joe and the bad Joe in, like, you know, argument. But it's beautiful. It's on my aspirational list because I still like it, I still want it, but I can't warrant getting one. So similarly, the Chanel XXL, another great travel bag for someone that hardly travels. Also would be a good work bag as well, because I could chuck the laptop in it and everything else. But yeah, I just really love the bag. Have done for years. I remember when Claire Chanel first unboxed hers, and I was like, wow. Yeah, that totally has moved up. I've also seen it in the flesh in Heathrow Chanel, and oh, that's really nice. But very expensive and not on the list. A Fendi Baguette. Now, I love the Baguette bag, and I don't have a lot of Fendi. I have 2 Fendi bags, a wallet on chain that I got at the bargain price in Vista Village, and a mini peekaboo in white, in like chalk colour, that I bought full price from Harrods, and it's a great bag. The Baguette, I feel like is a classic Fendi bag. I would love to have one in my collection, but again, I don't need one, and it's probably not a bag I would reach for all the time. So it's on the aspirational list. A Dior bar jacket. Now, I have tried this on a number of times in black, and then the last time I tried it on, it was in the seasonal red colour. I loved it. I love it. I love the feel of it. It's soft. It's got a lot more give than like the Bauman jackets. But again, they're over £3,000. I don't even know the latest price. I haven't looked. What's the point? I haven't got, you know, £3,000 to £4,000 to be spending on a jacket. So it's on that aspirational list. And then I've put all the Dior jewellery. When we come to my realistic list, there is some jewellery that I would like, and I'm thinking I can stretch this year at some point when I've saved the money to like 1 or 2 pieces. Probably 1. There is some jewel stuff in that list. If I had my way, I'd just buy it all. So not going to happen. So realistically, what realistically might I buy? So I mentioned jewellery, let's stick with that. I absolutely would love, and was saving and doing quite well on saving towards buying myself the Cartier Love bracelet, the cuff version. Now, I hadn't even tried it on, so it might be I try it on and don't like it, but I think it's beautiful. I've spoken about this before. I'm not, you can see now, I'm not someone that wears jewellery in the house. I'm not someone that likes to have jewellery on them. I find it I can find when I'm out, but I do, I do a lot of housework. I do, I garden, I decorate, I would ruin it. And I just don't like the feeling of wearing jewellery when I'm at home. So even if I go out to work for the day and I'll put on, a little bit of jewellery, a bracelet, earrings, rings, when I come home and I take my coat and that off and my shoes, and then immediately take my jewellery off. So I don't want the traditional love bracelet that's on permanently. I think that's going to drive me nuts. So I thought the cuff, and it's too fiddly to take off and remove. I don't even know how you can do that as an individual without having to have help. So the cuff I thought was a really good idea. Now I spent all my savings towards that on my Chanel bag that I unboxed 2 videos ago. So that's that. So we are starting again. We have a little bit left, but we are starting again. There also is a lot of Dior items that I love. The rosed events. I'll put pictures up as I talk. But yeah, the rosed events. I love the necklace. I love the earrings. I love the ring. I love the like the bracelet as well, like the cuff bracelet. It's absolutely stunning, and I like the one in rose gold with the pink and the little diamond. I just love it. So yeah, it'd be nice to get a piece from there. I also would like an Hermes ring. There's a few that I like, from silver to rose gold. I haven't decided yet which. And basically I need to just save up some jewellery money and then decide what out of this long list of stuff I like, what item I'm going to pick, depending on how much I manage to save. So those are the items that I really like. I do also really love Van Cleef & Arpels, but I find it very expensive for what it is, so don't know. There's also a Louis Vuitton necklace that I like. It's got malachite in. So yeah, a whole host of jewellery items. I'm starting to feel like, I was talking earlier about my bag collection, and whilst bags are my first love, if you have to, this is just my opinion, my personal opinion, I think if you have too many, they don't get the chance to be used, and I'm all about wearing my bags. So I'm trying not to buy too many more bags. I don't want to end up with a collection that's too big and I feel like none of it's getting used. Particularly since COVID and my slight change in lifestyle, where I am going out less, I'm going to work less, I'm working from home a lot. So I'm not using bags as often as I would. And then having to carry the laptop with me all the time, I've either got an extra bag with a rucksack, or I need a really big handbag to put the laptop into. Having said that, the next item on my list is the Bottega Veneta cassette bag in parakeet green. I just love this bag. I looked at them, I didn't look at it in that colour, just because when I went it wasn't the colour that was on display, and I didn't want to ask for it because I knew I wasn't going to be buying the bag that day, so I didn't want the sales associates to go to any effort. But when I was last in Harrods, I did have a quick look, and the leather is as soft and malleable as it looks online. It's a really nice bag. It's a very simple bag, but I really do like it, and I like the intricate. So it's a simple layout and a simple design and a simple shape, but I love the intricacies of that woven leather. So yeah, I still like that. That's still on my wish list. One of the other items that what I say, Josh and Dior always says to me when I go in is, when you're doing your made to order bag, maybe this year will be the year. I don't think I would go for another Mini Lady Dior. It's not a bag style that I use a lot. I think they're beautiful and I love them, and I think it's classic Dior. But I think something like the Caro would be a lot more functional for me, and I would get more use out of. So, and you can do made to order in the Caro. So that might be an option for some point this year. Also, if we're talking bags, if I were to book a really nice summer holiday, then I'm sorry, I want the Saint Laurent Rive Gauche bag in beige. It's quite good value for the type of bag it is compared to some of the other ones. When you look at the Chanel de Ville and some of the other, like the Dior book tote. And I feel like if I'm going on a summer holiday, I want my bag, my Dior book tote is black. with other colours, and it's beautiful and I've used it a lot actually, but I don't think I want it for a summer holiday. I feel like I want that beige. So yeah, that's another one on the list. And also I feel like I don't want anything that's going to get too sun bleached, or that if any water from the pool were to get near it, it's going to like be really noticeable. So that's another reason. So I'm always practical with my bag choices. That's another reason. Dior ready to wear. I would love to get a piece of Dior ready to wear. I love their jumpers. Now, Loro Piano loafers. I have one pair. I would love to get another pair because they are so comfortable. So either I think I want the Summer Walk or the Summer Walk Charms. I haven't decided which. Maybe just the Summer Walk to have a bit more variety, but in like navy. Bag Addict 71, Pamela, she just got a pair and I love them. So they would be really good, and being a dark blue, I think they'd be more functional than my light ones. I love my light ones, but it'd be nice to have a contrast. Or I do also like the chucker boots as well by them, so I'd have to have a look and you know, have a try on and see what I think I like. But again, they're just such comfortable shoes. They really are great. I also would love, talking shoes, a pair of Hermes Oasis sandals, and again I'm not sure on what colour. I feel like I want maybe something like lilac or pink, or you know, something that's going to go well with summer dresses. I would love a pair of Dior shoes as well, and the ones I've got my eye on, I took a picture so I couldn't forget the name, is the J'adore slingback pump. And I really love them in the nude technical fabric. I've seen these in person. They look stunning. The fabric looks really just expensive and nice. And I feel like maybe that would be more comfortable than like the patent version. I know it might get dirty, but I just love that the texture as well that fabric has. I would also like to get another Hermes Kelly belt. And I would like to get one in gold leather with gold hardware. I feel like that would go really well for any summer dresses. I do have a gold on gold belt with the thicker one, like with the big H, but the thin Kelly belt is very wearable with dresses, whereas the thicker one I find better for jeans. So, and I love the way that it's completely adjustable, the Kelly belt, so one size fits all, but also depending on where you want to wear it, as either as a waist belt or a hip belt, you can absolutely do that. So that is brilliant. And then the final thing I've put on there is a couple of items from Goyard. So when I do next go to Paris, I would quite like to go back to Goyard, and one of the things I saw in there, but I didn't see it till after I paid, and I wasn't going through the whole queuing system again, I'd spent enough, was the sunglasses case. I really like that, like a little flexible case for sunglasses, and it would also be nice to get like a little pouch to go with my Goyard bag. So little things like that I feel like I can stretch to this year. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen with my Hermes journey? I think for me, the first thing I'm going to do really is I'm just trying to not spend too much and start basically just saving, and then once I've got a little pot of money together, I can then decide, you know, which one of those items on that list I decide to treat myself to, if I can. I mean, we don't know what the year's going to bring. You know, it might be that I end up just buying like a new white good or something, that, you know, something breaks or something's doing in the house. So we'll see. Realistically, I can't see me not shopping at all. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not buying anything this year, because that's just not going to happen. I would love it if I did have that much willpower, but I know myself and I know that I don't. So that was my not that brief wish list. Hopefully by shoving some photos in and that, it's broken up a bit. It's not just me waffling on. And I will see you soon for another video. Please take care, everybody. Bye.